So if you're ready, I'm ready. Ooh, man. All right, this right here is probably gonna steal the show because we have something special here. We got something special. Last time we checked out a Zyacknives ZYAC. I want to say the Z01 was very interesting with a stretching handle. Now it looks like he's doing a take on a karambit here, which has some tricks up its sleeve based on what I've seen so far. For starters, let's just do a quick run around. We have some diamond pattern right here towards the bolster, right? Different, just kind of plain titanium here towards the back. Same thing on the other side. It's going to be a frame lock, sort of like bolster lock, whichever one rocks your boat. And what the heck is going on here? My OCD brain just wants to press here. And are these some wings or something? Or do we have pocket clips on both sides? Is that how we're solving for a reversible pocket clip? Is we put a pocket clip on both sides? I mean, that could work. That absolutely could work. So we're going to see more of what that is in just a moment. Interesting, very nice design on the back spacer there. That looks dope. We have, of course, a karambit with a karambit ring. If I'm not mistaken, something happens with this ring. I think it can be removed, so we'll check that out in a moment. We have thumb studs on both sides. Looks like we have an Emerson little deployment, right? Little system here, little unicorn. And we can also do a front flipper deployment also. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get it sent here, right? Boom, there we go. What are we looking at geometry-wise? Well, surprisingly, it doesn't have a recurve. It's actually straight edge, straight line, flat grind, sheep's foot sort of geometry here. Didn't get any other paperwork in the box, so we also have some pretty clean billboarding. So future me, check on their site and put that steel on the screen. I almost missed the opening hole too. So we got thumb studs, we have opening hole, we even have a fuller, we have an Emerson deployment, we have a front flipper. I think the only thing we're missing for the, to throw the kitchen sink and then some at all deployment methods possible would have been a back flipper, but we don't have that. So like we said, it's a frame lock. Okay, nice and easy on the close. I'm just kind of play around with it a little bit here, getting a feel for it. Okay, thumb stud is also good. Reverse flick. Oh, that is nice. And I'm actually using the nail. Check that out. Something I do like a ton is how these thumb studs, they actually raised up quite a bit. So pretty solid there. Can I use the opening hole? The answer is yes. I can do that too. I'm going to try using the fuller. The answer is yes. I can use that as well. So check, check, and check. That's crazy. And of course, if you had, like out of your jeans or something, right, you could do a little Emerson deployment off of this little unicorn section there. So very interesting as far as getting this thing deployed in multiple ways. We don't have a ton of axis from the show side, but it's kind of pretty wide apart. You can push it down into the left to disengage. We do have a steel insert for steel on steel deployment on the lock bar there. And we have about, what is that, maybe very minimal engagement, right? Obviously it's gonna break in more and more over time, maybe like a 5%-ish. All right, you guys be the judge. Maybe if I open it a little bit harder here, it might engage a little bit more. There we go. That's more like it, 10-ish% or so. That's gonna be really good for utilitarian cuts, like draw cuts, utility cuts. Want to get a feel for the grip here. So with the ring here in my index finger, Friday night gas station fighting grip feels good. If I do maybe pinky in the ring, this also feels pretty good there. Kind of locked up here behind the sort of Emerson unicorn situation going on there. Check that out. The ring itself even has a little bit of a milling, crown milling going on throughout. Now I can tell you from experience, the reverse grip is not going to feel good on a karambit like this with a ring. And the Pacol grip is also not going to feel pretty good. As a matter of fact, your palm is going to be right against the edge pretty much. So don't do that. So you want to go either pinky in the ring or index finger in the ring and you're good to go there. Now there is something special about this one. I feel like gotta put the password somewhere. I think it might have to do with what we discovered earlier here, pressing on these little flaps, which again, my suspicion is that works as your pocket clip on either side, since I don't see a pocket clip anywhere. But I want to say, drum roll please, I want to say the ring itself is removable. If you wanted to, you can remove the ring. How we do that, that's the secret sauce. So hopefully I don't have to watch a tutorial on how to do that, but I'm not entirely sure. Whoa, hold on a second. This is kind of like, hold on. There's like a little movement going on here.
A few moments later.
It's kind of like figuring out a puzzle here. I love knives like these. You push down on here. Would that do it? Oh, oh, all right, check that out. Okay, that is pretty crazy there. We just removed the ring. Basically it comes with the, I was going to say the whole entire back spacer, but no, it's actually a whole different layer that goes underneath the back spacer there. It has like a channel, right? You can see the whole channel right there. It's exactly right where the whole sort of, I want to call it bar here, attached to the karambit ring goes into. So let's just kind of check that out here a little bit closer. That goes all the way in through there. And then we got these little tiny pins on both sides. So those are going to click in place, I'm sure. There we go. So you hear that nice satisfying pop. That is locked solid, no movement side to side of any kind. And then if we needed to remove it, again, it's just pressing down and out, right? Press down and pushing out like this. You can remove it. And bam, you got a basically a non-karambit folding knife here with all the perks that we just talked about. So a little bit of a 4-finger grip on it, hammer grip here. Now we can send it with a reverse grip, no issues. Can even go Pakal grip, I want to say, sorta. Friday night gas station grip is good. Again, you can do a little bit of a different grip if you don't have the ring to worry about. So the option is yours. I mean, that's kind of what I find that Zyacknives are all about. Just kind of doing something out of the box, engineering a little bit, right? Aside from all the boring, same old knives that we see all the time with all the same designs. And I want to say, I think I just saw here, this is the little channel. If I can get some light in here, this will be great. Yeah, there you go. That's the little channel right here. That little notch right there, that's where this little pin on both sides, so not necessarily a pin, but nice little bar cutout is going to click into on both sides of the inner handle there, if you would. Again, a lot going on with this knife. Very, very interesting design here, to say the least. Right here, click in place. I like that it has no movement. Once you click it in place, it's a very snug, no movement side to side, up and down of any kind, just solid in place. So I have to take a pause here and just check the website. I guess we're calling this an impact spike, so I'm not sure exactly how you would use it. As an impact spike, it is full titanium. It's pretty lightweight. I can see you using it as maybe a pry bar. It definitely has that perspective. I'm thinking, you know, in the impact spike end of things, maybe it's a self-defense sort of approach, which again, I am not the expert of in any way, shape, or form. But I do like the cohesiveness of how it all becomes one design. So it's one of those things, nice to have and not need. This whole thing could have been just one solid piece, and you know, you could have not worried about that at all. But the fact that they added some additional functionality and feature where other knives don't have is something unique, right? Definitely credit where credit is due. They're trying something different, something out of the ordinary, without a doubt. So give them credit there. I mean, if there's one thing that really stands out is the milling here, the machining. You know, the back spine looks really rad. The diamond pattern looks pretty good. It's a smaller design here. It kind of gets a little bit wider, all kind of going at an angle or a curvature, if you would. Nice little cutout on both sides for accessing the thumb for deployment, right? The fact that however you want to deploy this knife, whatever method you choose, right, you got the options. The Emerson little unicorn is not, you know, solid. You can remove it if you want to, depending on your preferences. T8 on the hardware on both thumb studs if you want to do that, right? That's a pretty easy mod you can do there. But yeah, plenty of deployment options. Very excellent build. They said going for a Hawksbill inspired karambit, which again, I can see it, except you don't have a recurve blade. You just have a straight edge or straight line edge here with a flat grind. So still my kind of geometry all day. And as a matter of fact, this is much easier to sharpen when the time comes as compared to a Hawksbill or recurve blade for that matter. So I'm definitely here for it. I think, you know, along with the impact spike and the pocket clip situation on both sides, I think it definitely makes it a very unique knife through and through. Now, the deepest it'll sit in the pocket perhaps is going to be about that much. So that's what it will look like without the ring. And if you put the ring in, right, it's going to stick about that much out of the pocket. So that's definitely a knife that's not going to sit completely concealed or deep carry at all. Something to keep in mind. But for what it's worth, I mean, it's definitely a pretty cool knife to have in your collection, that's for sure. something out of the ordinary, something that doesn't, check the regular boxes that every other knife does out there, especially these days when we're seeing so many run-of-the-mill knife designs one after another.